preemptively, lash out in self-defense.
Preemptively lash out in self-defense.
I glanced over at Peridot as I say that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was directed at somebody.
So, I mean, are we supporting freedom fighters who are destabilizing the region? I can get behind that.
Well, I think
yes.
what he's trying to say...
No, I think the correct answer is yes.
Yes. I think what he's trying to say is that the goblins are the freedom fighters, and they will fail unless we take out the bad steeds.
Oh, I understand.
Helping them by killing the bad goblin.
A little regime change.
No. Regime stays the same.
Yeah, this is just a guy.
Wait, unless you like regime change. In which case, yeah.
I'm just trying to find excuses to say mission accomplished. I'm in.
Right.
Mission accomplished. Cold blood is the best kind of blood. JJ, I literally cannot remember. Did I end up killing somebody randomly to take back to Garbash? I knew that was something. Okay. I knew it was something I wanted to do, but I couldn't remember if I did it.
You killed
Pretty sure it was a kid, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was a kid. Good time.
Thank goodness the NSA is listening to all these conversations. Yeah.
Oh, man. I've told people when we play Ingress, I'm like, if they even picked up on a piece of the shit we talk about in this game, we would all be in some
Right, because Ingress is all like, all right, so you go over here and I'll plant the bomb. And...
We're constantly talking about blowing up churches, all the time.
Hey, Peridot, I'm going to ask you, I will actually, Durka will actually, ask you how you feel about actions that people take while they are mentally influenced. Is that if you were to say be mentally influenced by something or someone and were to do something that was possibly outside your nature, would you feel bad about it afterward, or would you just be like, oh well, whoops, that was outside my nature, but I was not under control, so
I guess I would have to try to make it right,
Murder.
Interesting. And by make it right, you mean try to make up for the thing that you did, or take vengeance on the person that made you do it?
Kind of depends on what it was.
Interesting philosophical hypothetical question.
Yeah, very hypothetical question. Just curious.
We don't have anyone here that can control minds.
Just hypothetically.
There are limits to suggestion, though, I think. But,
it has to be something reasonable. But you can make a lot of things sound reasonable.
So, I think the bottom line, what we were saying earlier, is we want to get back and deliver our treasure sooner rather than later, right? We don't want it sticking around here for very long.
Yes.
You can say dead body. We're in the house.
Somebody's going to come looking for him, too, and we don't want to be, caught with, his dead body hanging out in our borrowed house.
So, what time of day are we talking? Is it right now?
Night. Oh.
That's probably a pretty good time.
It was midnight when he got off.
Yeah, I think we should just go ahead and throw him in a sack or two and drag him.
Do we still have some burlap sacks?
If not, I was gonna say, if not,
Okay.
So let's load him up in those, and then the
Can we
granary.
put him under something or something, so that if somebody comes nearby, they won't
The
just
granary
glance
is
in the window and be
literally down the road. There's not going to be a whole lot of opportunity for somebody to come by.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's in a sack, it's just like we're carrying a big sack of grain into the granary. Oh, imagine that.
True.
And if they seem more curious than that, then maybe they'll just fall asleep.
That's
Or
true.
die.
Or die.
People
Or fall asleep and then die.
People inexplicably die all the time. I heard about this kid who disappeared last night. It was really weird.
Sometimes people die in their sleep. How peaceful.
I know.
All right, so we're sleeping tonight. Then tomorrow morning we're getting up and moving the dude in a sack. Is that the plan?
Oh no, I meant more that we should move him.
Yeah, we should move him
Around
while
like
it's
this.
night.
Move
And
him
get,
where?
like- I mean, we can't leave him in Garbash's place because Garbash will eat him. So
Right.
we need to probably just go ahead and take him to the goblins,
Mhm.
and then we
I
can
don't want
just
to do that
sleep.
without sleep.
Uh, I mean,
What if we just rested for a little while, for a short while?
No, like I need sleep.
Mhm.
we can like maybe go dump him in one of the goblin tunnels, and I can hang out there. I just slept like 4 hours ago, so I can just go and hang out with the body.
Yeah, as long as there's somebody there guarding it, I'd be okay with that.
Why don't we just leave the body here and that way we're all guarding it?
Well, like I said, I'm afraid to have it here in the house because at any point in time, his bodyguards or his employer could come looking for him, and there's a significant amount of time that we need to sleep that gives them enough time to
Why is-
investigate and perhaps find him.
JJ, why is there a shady dude outside our house?
That shady dude's gonna die. He was spying on us when we killed or when we dumped the ghoul's body.
Maybe he'd like to get involved.
Is he seriously out there, JJ? And do we seriously notice him out there? Okay, but he wasn't up there next to like a window. Oh, yeah.
Now, see, this is exactly why I didn't want to use certain words while we were even here in our house. Somebody's been skulking around outside.
Do you mean like dead body?
Dude!
Alright. So, who's
Oh, right,
somebody?
sorry.
Like, is he still out there?
I don't see him anymore.
Let's mobilize.
Let's
We need to take care of this problem. If somebody's snooping around, whether they heard something or not, we need to take care of it.
I'll go take care of it.
Okay.
Can we trust you to take care of it?
I'm the spitting image of discretion.
But are you going to take care of it permanently?
Well, I mean, certain solutions, certain Shut up, I'm doing it.
Okay. I'm gonna follow him about like 30 seconds after he leaves.
Yeah, I was gonna come to the door just to like watch.
Well, hello there, little guy. How are you?
We need a tablet figured out.
Oh, fantastic. Where are they?
Go ahead and plug that in so it doesn't.
Excellent. I'll come with you. I want to meet the neighborhood.
Man, Peridot's getting pretty far away, guys.
Oh yeah, I said I was following him. I just haven't moved it, so I'm gonna.
Oh, free cookies. Excellent. I'm just going to start eating them there with him. So, how long you lived here in the neighborhood? Yeah, that's cool. Any trouble in the neighborhood, or is it pretty safe here? Any rats in the neighborhood? Vermin. Any big rats? You know what I'm talking about? Really big rats. Okay, good. I'm gonna eat the second cookie. Really excellent cookies. Did you make these? I'm getting pretty hungry here. Why don't you come on by, man? We'll show you around a little bit. Excellent. Come with me.
Yes. I'm gonna send a message to Peridot,
Nice.
and I'm just basically gonna say he did call him Mr. Leo.
Actually, part of the reason I've been asking about these rats, I'm a bit of a rat smasher myself. I specialize in taking out rats. Good, because there's nothing worse than a rat. Disease riddled. They're always listening in. You know how rats have really keen ears, right? Oh, man. Let's continue on this way. Oh, yes, let's.
Ah!
You want to know that he's in there?
I am.
Oh, I invited her over, if that's okay.
I was told there were cookies.
Oh, no. I got really hungry working and I ate them all. That would be quite filling, thank you.
I'm gonna be like pacing around the house, just kind of like not really looking for anything, but I'm gonna be like casually looking at things, like I want him to think I'm looking at things.
I was just telling him how I like to smash rats.
I have a friend that likes to eat them.
Oh yeah. Well, you've got to be proactive. If you don't take care of those rats, then they'll take care of you. You got any rats in the house here? I feel like I smell a rat in here. Sure.
There's definitely something rodenty of some kind.
I knew I smelled something. Oh no. Here, let me.
Oh God, Paradise getting out of the room.
You're already busy fixing us a meal here. We'll take a look around for you. Hey Martin, let's look around. You know what I mean? Flipping mattresses and stuff.
I'll pull out a drawer and slop it in the floor and be like, "Ah, there's no rat in this drawer."
Yep, no rats.
I kind of view us as almost like, cops that come to like check your house, and we're just kind of throwing things and breaking it. Be like, nope, no rat here.
I feel like rats are their safest when they stick to their holes. It's when they come out on the floor that they get smashed. Yeah, that sounds good. Lorcan, I don't know that I still have an appetite. Are you still hungry?
No, I came just for cookies.
Yeah, I think let's go get some cookies. What do you say?
Every heist he goes saying my name.
All right, well, Shady Dude, it's been great talking to you. If you have any needs, especially as far as the rat thing, let us know. We'll come by. We might just stop in, check up on you once in a while anyway, just to, All right.
As I follow Peridot out the door, I'll be like, "Yeah, sorry about the mess. I'll come back periodically to help clean that up."
Hey, everything all right?
I guess there was no violence.
We have an understanding.
I got to throw a drawer. It was very entertaining.
Hey, Peridot, do you realize you're sleeping next to a dead body?
You know, I didn't know I was sleeping. Am I
Yeah.
supposed to-
Or you're at least standing next to a dead body?
Somebody just helped me like carry this dead body to the hole, and then
Durka is sleeping on the dead body. I don't know if you guys caught up on the chat there, but Durka's definitely sleeping.
I
on
saw it. I wasn't sure if you were still doing it when we came in.
Oh, I didn't realize that
Honestly.
was the same burlap sack.
Yeah, Durka's totally asleep on the burlap sack.
Nice.
I wish
As for
cameras
the
were a
groups-
thing.
Like, part of the reason
So,
I'm not into killing is that, you know, the consequences. This is the consequence I signed on for, so.
That's just gross.
did you find rat?
I'm sorry?
Are you hungry already, Ramus?
We did.
I think we're gonna take it a step beyond that because even with me hanging out there, I'm not entirely sure that Garbash will be able to like curb his hunger and not eat the body, even if I tell him to not eat it. So I think we need to go through like the door that he can't open and put it there, and then I'm just gonna hang out there.
As an out of character suggestion, if anybody wants to consider if their character would think about this, you could also put it one step earlier and hide it in something in the greenery.
That to me poses the same problem as it does for the house. I don't want to risk it being found. If it's on
So
the other
are you
side
gonna
of
wake Durka up?
when we're ready to move the body.
Okay.
Hey, can anybody make the body move without touching it?
Not unless we want to chop it into 5-pound pieces.
No, can you just like use your thing to like make his fingers move?
Yeah, I would think so.
So like make him just jostle a little bit under Durka, and then we should all like exclaim that he's like still alive or something.
Whoa, Corey's up in the top left now.
Yeah.
What? I didn't do anything.
Hacks! Using a name bot.
I blame Anonymous. Well, let's first freak out Durka by making the body move.
I guess if we have to wake her up either way.
It'll teach her a lesson to not sleep on dead things.
All right, I'll mage hand to like kind of come up and be like like whapping her in the face.
When she starts to stir, I'm gonna be like, "Zombie!" All right, somebody go bite her.
Hey, Durka, move over. We're gonna move the body. You gotta find somewhere else to sleep.
Fine. I roll over and roll off.
All right, Ramus, will you help me get this thing? Did we lose Ramus?
I guess.
Damn it,
I-
Ramus. Ramus fell asleep again.
I'm pretty good at the lifty.
Yeah, Peridot and Ramos, they'll be able to help you. The street looks pretty clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk ahead of them a little bit and just be kind of like looking out.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to
Hey, that
get
works.
it. You're able to get it to the granary, no problem. Nobody stops you or even really sees you.
We hear you, John.
I don't.
I don't.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
No.
I don't either.
Oh, apparently I'm the only one that hears you, John.
Probably because you're the one up in the corner.
Why? Well, that was weird because I couldn't hear you for a while, but then it came back. I don't know.
I'm going to refresh, see if I can hear Jonathan after
I
that.
can't hear him at all.
I'm gonna refresh so I'm not in the corner anymore.
Okay. Come on.
Alright, so it
All
looks
right.
like I can hear everybody.
So,
Okay, yeah, I can hear John.
Got him.
So yeah, you all are able to make it to the granary, no problem. Garbash is in there, munching on little bitty bones. Waves at you all. Garbash, thanks. Thanks Lurkon for the meal. So Peridot, you see little bitty children bones being gnawed on by
Holy
Garbash.
crap. What? Where did you get these little children bones?
it's a goblin, right?
I'll be like, children? That's a midget, son.
I don't know. Would I be able to know if those were little children bones?
You probably would. Midget bones would be a lot stockier.
I might just be straight up out, guys.
I'm sure he was on the naughty list. I'm not there though, so I don't actually say that.
I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm down for this.
Down for what? I don't understand. What's going on?
Those are children bones, man. Those are from children.
No.
Look, that is bad guy behavior. That's what bad guys do.
Are we the baddies?
I think we are. We've got skulls on our hats. I think I might be splitsies. I think I might actually head out for a minute.
Can we at least put the body over there first?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Alright, so I'll go open up the, the secret door. I'll say just put it on the other side here. That'll be fine.
Done. And then I'm leaving.
Have good mosh pitting. Everybody's quiet.
Right?
Yep.
Well, you two aren't with the group.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
sleeping.
not sure if he's legit out, his character's quitting because you just did something ridiculous, or because he's just leaving the room.
Yeah, honestly, I don't either. I mean, if my character walked in and found out we've been feeding children to a ghoul, I mean, there's a point where it's like, this is not what I do, So I think that might be the case here.
I'm gonna if Ramos doesn't immediately leave, I'm gonna look at him and be like, I don't understand. What's going on?
I mean, my character is not evil, So, does he think it's children's bones?
Probably. I mean, they'd be pretty tiny, and you'd probably see a little child foot, not eaten. PK Lorcon.
I'm generally gonna look confused, like I don't understand. I'm not even certain that Lorcan even would understand. Life is a life.
Hmm. Why is there a child here?
There's not a child here.
Who fed the ghoul?
Oh, I gave him food.
Did you give him that food?
Probably. They all look the same to me.
Why did you kill a child?
It was convenient. Garbash was hungry. Nobody was feeding him. I brought him the first course I saw. Garbash, was it not good?
It was tasty, super tasty, so good.
See, he liked it.
Killing children is wrong.
Isn't killing in general supposed to be wrong? But we do that all the time.
Is a different matter.
I don't understand. You're gonna have to tell me when things I shouldn't kill, because killing is killing.
It is okay to kill people that anger you or attack you, but children, not okay.
Even if they anger me or attack me?
Children will anger people. That is okay. If a child tries to kill you, maybe.
Got it. Kill everybody but kids.
Well played, Martin.
Okay, so you're able to so it gets inside the door, and I guess you can go back to the house now.
I'm gonna ask Ramos, like, can you hang out here for a minute and make sure Garbash doesn't eat your bounty?
Isn't it on the other side of the
Yeah,
door?
it's on the other side of the door.
Yeah, but we said we wanted somebody to supervise it at all times, right? I just need to go talk to Peridot for a minute before he goes back to the house.
He's probably gone.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Okay.
He said he needed to step outside.
Fine.
So I'm going to step outside. Do I see Peridot out there anywhere?
Probably not. My intent was to go right back to the house, mention that there was a dead child there that we were feeding the ghoul, see if anybody had any qualms about it. If no one did, I'm piecing out of the house. So,
Well, I'm not going to go back that far. I'm going to go back in.
So, I mean, let's role play that out instead of doing it. Meta, like, how are you expressing this?
I'm coming in all in. Like,
Oh,
I'll just be.
Ramos, I'm going to come back and tell you that Peridot's not out there. So you can go back to the house now. If you see her, tell her that I did not understand, what we talked about.
Peridot, what's? I was asleep.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, you're gonna be awake. Hey, Darka, wake up.
I give you the finger and roll over.
I'm gonna roll you the rest of the way over and kick you. Wake up.
Oh, what, dude? What's your problem?
I cast sleep on you. Go to sleep.
Okay. There's not a save for that, is there?
No.
Nope.
That probably hits me too, but it only lasts for like a minute.
Okay. Well, then I sleep for a minute.
Am I right about that? I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
I think it's not very long. Let me see real quick. It is sleep. Oh, it's not a cantrip. That's why it's not there. Sleep lasts for 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will wake up a minute later. even madder than hell. Listen, you turbo bitches. Are you awake? Are you awake for this?
I'm awake. I'm awake.
What? Why are you yelling? What is wrong? I'm
Ramos
sleeping.
probably gets back about this time.
Children.
What?
What?
Lorcan killed a child and fed it to the ghoul.
Like,
Okay. I
There-
didn't know that.
There were
Like-
little kid bones and little kid parts all around the ghoul. Now, if you had to put me to sleep, you motherfucker, I could have told you this already. Now I'm running out of time. How long have I been out?
A minute.
I don't have much time. Lorcan's going to be back. You
Okay.
need to know that he killed a child and fed it to an undead creature.
Actually, Billy, you know I'm not coming back.
Oh, do I? Why?
Yeah. The plan was that I was going to go and stay with the body while you guys go and sleep because I went and slept like 8 hours ago while you guys were doing all of the other stuff.
I don't know. I'm assuming since I pieced out that you're going to be following me. Or if nothing else, you might send Tiny after me. In any event, I'm going to be in a hurry.
Can we talk about this in the morning?
No, we can't. We have to talk about this right now. We fed a child to a ghoul. Like, I know you
Okay.
don't care. I don't know why I woke you up. I guess for
no,
pause.
no. I mean, hold on. This is. Are you sure? Are you sure it was a child?
I'm certain of it. There was like a kid's foot that was still uneaten sitting there.
You had Hello Kitty sneakers.
So did I arrive, Martin, or what?
I imagine so.
I mean,
man.
JJ, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, if you were coming back, you'd probably arrive, yeah. In the middle of Billy's range.
Whoa. Tiny, I'm going to say my piece and then I'll get out of your way.
Can confirm. Was child. You too loud.
Sorry. I'm a little worked up. I didn't sign on for killing children.
I do not kill children either.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not. I really don't think that's okay. I mean,
Lorcan lacks understanding of what is okay.
Maybe the child
Completely.
attacked him.
Derica, this is going to be a taco burrito conversation, nachos. So, sorry.
Does that mean I can go back to sleep?
Yes, go back to sleep. Okay.
I like how Dirk is not nearly as concerned that it was a child as the rest of you.
She still owes me 3 gold. She's right off my book. Yeah. So, I'm considering just reporting this whole mess to the authorities, and if I've got to
okay. Let's not do anything hasty here.
Let's not get stupid.
Summertime
I mean-
bitch to be cool.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. This is not okay. But I mean, let me try talking to her. I mean, if we get the authorities involved, it's gonna lead to all sorts of stuff that we don't want to be part of.
I'm talking about talking to the authorities and losing my life, okay? Like, my concern is not so much for whether or not I get in trouble as much as stopping the goblins from destroying the entire city.
This conversation changed suddenly.
Yes. I was going to say that, but I'm not there.
I am confused. We are
Well,
talking
so-
about
so-
child.
So you don't want to support the goblins? I mean, we talked about this. We could go another way with the whole goblin thing. If
Yeah,
that's
I
part of
guess
the
we
issue.
could.
I'm
just
just murdered,
afraid-
dude. I don't think we can.
I'm afraid that if elements of our group are willing to sacrifice children to a ghoul, then they'd be more than willing to sacrifice the city to the goblins to further their ends. I don't know that there's a moral question on anyone's mind besides mine.
You not listen well. I said it's not okay to kill children.
I'm
I guess that's true. Thanks, Tiny.
I'm not real happy about this either. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I just don't know what to think here. This is where I'm only hearing one side, but yeah, I'm not real happy either.
That kid.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. So other than talking to the authorities, I mean, are there any options? Like,
I don't know. I don't
Come
know.
on,
I
Billy. Tell him what you really want to say.
haven't. Don't know what we can do. I don't kill indiscriminately.
Oh, come on. This isn't indiscriminate to me anymore. I murdered a child.
Yeah, but Dirk is also
You are
down
such
for
an
it, too.
emperor, Martin. You are the emperor right now. Strike me down.
Yes, Billy. Kill me, and your journey to the dark side will become.
I mean, and actually, Yula gathers up like any of her things that are in the house as she's saying this. She's like, I mean, if we're going to the authorities, I'm just gonna. I'm out. I'm not gonna go to the authorities. Like, there's too much at stake here. Unless, I mean, there's the one guy that I could talk to, but I mean, I got to know what we're trying to, what the end game is here. I mean,
I'm not putting it out there as a threat. I mean, I came to you guys because I don't want you to be hurt, and I don't want to go to the authorities and get anyone in trouble that I don't have to. There's probably avenues I haven't thought of, but going too far down the rabbit hole here.
Is this working now?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I mean, I could try talking to her. I could try talking to Lorcan and just see, if there were any mitigating circumstances or if she'll agree not to do it again. I mean, I'm just kind of brainstorming here. I mean, is there anything other than going to the authorities that we can consider?
Yeah,
Lorcan already agreed not to kill children. Everyone else to kill is okay. We had good discussion.
there's just something bedrock wrong having already killed a kid. If you want to talk to Lorcan, you can, and if you guys can work something out, that's great. I'm just not sure how much further I can go with the plan.
Yeah, okay. But are you talking to the authorities? I mean, is that what you're saying here? I just
No,
really-
it's not a threat. I'm just trying to be honest with what's on my mind.
Billy, do you
Okay.
even know what the plan is? Because I don't think we know what the plan is.
We kind
All I
of
know
do.
is the plan now includes child murder.
No. The plan is to detonate essentially a dirty bomb to paralyze a bunch of people somewhere. I assume in the richer areas, and the goblins are going to do some crazy.
Right. Which
That-
I'm also
I don't know where. I just knew they're going to do it. I'm pretty sure he described it as something like a dirty bomb idea,
Yeah, like paralyzes everybody.
which would be a great opportunity to like loot. And
Yeah. Which is not my thing. So, yeah, if you want to talk to her, that'd be great. It's probably not best for me to talk to her right now.
Sure. I mean, obviously, there's nothing we can do for that kid now. But if she's agreed not to kill any future children, yeah, I'm just not sure. And me out of character, I realize that you've already brushed past this, but in character, I'm homing in on it. I'm just not sure what we could accomplish by going to the authorities right now.
I mean, what we're trying to accomplish right now is dropping a dirty bomb in town and paralyzing everyone. I mean, I don't know what do you think we're trying to do?
Oh well,
not
I mean,
get killed by Geas.
Well, that's true.
yeah. I mean, as far as that goes, and there's certainly a lot of officials and nobles and such who are complicit in the state of poverty and all that. I wouldn't mind seeing a regime change, and that's what I thought we were partly going for here, is just to disrupt the way things are, so that there's room for something else to happen.
Yeah, but I mean, what else would happen would be a goblin dictatorship. I don't think that's going to be better.
Well, yeah, then we could disrupt that too.
I could see exploiting an anarchic state, I guess.
I love Redwall. I love democracy. It's with a heavy heart that I assume power over this town.
So you're okay with paralyzing whatever chunk of town they decide to paralyze and looting and destroying?
If it's like, the people who are in charge, yeah.
Tiny?
Me not thought that far yet. Trying not to get killed.
Yeah, that's where I've been up until today. Yeah, I guess if you want to talk to Lorcan, then I'd like to see what you guys say. I don't want to be antagonistic towards you because I know how you guys tend to deal with people you don't like, but I may not
Wouldn't
be.
appreciate being in jail.
I don't plan on putting anyone into jail.
That's good to hear.
Would not appreciate being executed.
My features are much too soft to be in prison.
I don't know if I'll even be able to finish my sentence if I try. So, I don't think it's that kind of thing. And if I did, my very first words would be goblins and not you. So.
Okay. No, that's I appreciate that. So you said you wanted to be there when I talked to Lorcan?
No, it's probably best if I weren't.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go talk to her right now.
Okay.
So during all this, JJ, I will be having conversation with Garbash.
Okay.
Probably
Sure.
not anything important, but I'm just going to.
No, that totally is not the way to the granary.
I don't know which way the granary is.
That's the other way. Yeah, all
That
right.
is the exact opposite way.
Roger. I knew where I was going.
It takes you a lot longer to get to the granary than she expected.
Hey, JJ,
Yeah.
if this happens without me having any knowledge of what's being said or whatever, I'm going to get nervous after a few minutes and head out.
Okay. Like head out to the granary or?
No, just kind of head out and lay low for a little while.
Okay. All right. So what do you got, Martin and?
Oh, I'm
Sure.
not going to do anything in particular. I'll just be having a conversation with Garbash during all this, and almost like two evil people who don't really know what evil is. Like we're the opposite of Garg. Garg doesn't understand good. We don't understand evil, even though we are. We're just doing what we want to do. And so, I'll be basically having a conversation with Garbash about I don't understand. Isn't body is a body to you, right? Did that taste any different than any other human body?
Nope. Tastes just fine. And he tells you about all these times he's eaten all these different people and how they were tasted different and good. And,
I'll be did any of them make you feel bad that you shouldn't have eaten them?
no. I never feel bad about eating people. Ghoul must live.
And that's what I feel like. I don't ever feel bad about killing people because Lorcan needs to do stuff. If somebody looks at me funny, they should die. If they insult a friend, they should die.
Makes perfect sense to me.
If Garbash is hungry, gotta bring him food.
Makes sense to Garbash.
I knew you'd understand. I don't understand why they don't understand.
Oh, hey, Lorcan.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be sleeping?
Yeah,
Garbash, we're here just discussing meal plans.
yeah.
JJ,
I
you see
was
what it said?
asleep,
Oh, sorry.
but Peridot came and woke me up. She kind of woke all of us up, and I look around now and look at the bones or the whatever remains are around, and I kind of take stock myself. And presumably the same thing. It is pretty obviously a child. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Lorcan, what? Why a kid? You couldn't
I was in a hurry, and Garbash was hungry. He hadn't been fed in a day.
Yeah, but I mean, Garbash, you can go for a little while without food, right? You don't like it, but it's not that big a deal, right?
I'll actually cut you off in the middle of that. No. We promised him he'd be fed well every day. And the goblins, they went back on their promise.
Yeah, look, and here's the thing. I mean, I kind of had to talk Peridot down from going to the authorities right now, getting us all strung up. I mean, we got to get our priorities straight here. I mean, Garbash can go an extra day without food or an extra hour without food. That's not that big a deal, right?
I'll look at Garbash.
Garbash, does like a. He's like goes back to nibbling on the kid.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you were in a hurry, but I mean, is a promise to Garbash was that important? No offense, Garbash.
I feel that if somebody enters into an agreement with you, that you should live up to the letter of it. And the agreement I had to Garbash was that he would be fed and well, and he considers human well. So the first human I saw, I fed him to Garbash.
I mean,
Or her, I can't tell. They were so young I couldn't even tell if they were a boy or girl.
so I step in closer to Lorcan so that Garbash won't be able to hear, and say, I mean, I know so much is different from then, and I'm different, but I mean, Agrias, you used to be nice to me.
I'm still nice to you.
I know, but it wasn't just me back then.
Well,
I mean, we were kids then. I don't know. It's like I kind of wish that the things had not been so bad and hard for both of us. That we could have been there could have been a world that didn't make all this horrible stuff happen.
that's
And
true.
If we're gonna do what we can to to disrupt that, I mean, if we become part of that, doesn't really help much.
Why not? If you can't beat them, join them.
Well, yeah, but maybe we can beat them. We don't have to join them just yet.
Well, I don't really consider myself joining anybody. I just kind of do whatever I feel like I need to do at the time. And at the time, Garbash was hungry, and I told you guys we needed to find a body. If you guys had a particular preference of a type of body, maybe you should have gone with me. But you left it up to me, and I made a decision. And I grabbed the first body I saw. I understand now, after talking to Ramus and seeing Perido's reaction, that I made a bad choice. And, Ramus explained to me that you can't kill anybody just because you feel like it, which still doesn't really make sense to me, but...
No, it was only children.
Like, he told me that if I can kill anybody except kids. So, and I'm okay with that. I like kids. Kids have never done anything wrong to me.
So what happens if you get caught between two agreements that you've made and you can't follow them both to the letter because following one would mean not following the other? What happens then?
That's why I don't give very many agreements, Petals. Like, I don't give them very freely, but Garbash here is a fine individual. I like him. He takes what he wants, and and keeps to himself. I like that.
Okay. So, I mean, would you consider making an agreement with Perido to not kill any kids who haven't tried to kill you or something like that? I don't know exactly what she'd want to hear, but
If I'd have to get something. The way I work with agreements, like Garbash, I told would be fed every day as long as he stayed here in the hole and provided poison and was like friends with me and stuff. So, that's the exchange, is that we remain buddies and he stays compliant and staying in this hole. So,
well, I can't speak for Perido, but what it seems like you get in return is that she won't go to the authorities, because if she's going to the authorities, I mean, not only is she gone and probably in jail or dead, but I'm gone. I'm not going to be seen with any of you guys.
we can leave. We don't have to stay here.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I would be gone. So that's what you get in return is a little bit of security in that area.
I don't really care. I don't even know why I'm here. I came to this town because this is where I was born, and I kind of figured I had some stuff I needed to do here. But the authorities get called, I'll just leave. I'm not really invested in any of the plans that we've laid here. I've just been kind of going with the flow. If I left, though, I'd probably take Garbash. Garbash, would you leave with me if I left?
If you give Garbash food, Garbash follow you anywhere.
So, yeah, and, Tiny'd probably go. I don't think he has any ties here either. You're welcome to go with us.
Right. I don't know. I know this place pretty well. I mean, I think about it for sure, but
And if you remember, I did suggest we go to the authorities in the first place, so I'm not necessarily opposed to this plan.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty opposed to going to the authorities. I'll tell you that.
And I don't really care one way or the other. I was just saying, we needed to pick a side. Like, we were kind of pretty deep in the whole, like, goblin thing, and so I think we were just kind of rolling with that because we had not many other options to roll with. But I did bring up before we had killed the dude, or more specifically, you guys killed the dude, which apparently is okay. I didn't kill the dude. I was sleeping, I think.
That's true. They killed the guy in cold blood in the middle of the street.
And I think I was asleep during that. So I'm like, so that's okay, but this is not okay. And that's really confusing to me, but I understand that people don't want me to do it. So I'm okay with, I can't say I'll never do it without there being like an agreement, but I will try my hardest without an agreement to not kill something that is a child. I can't say little things because, like, I would love to lie to you and tell you that I thought it was just a small person like us, but I knew it was a kid. I just didn't care.
Sure. I mean, I can't say that, killing a kid is always going to be wrong to me either, but I don't know.
I can tell you that if a kid tries to kill me, I'm going to kill it.
Oh, yeah.
And if a kid will get me what I want, and it'd have to be something pretty big now. I understand that people don't like me killing the kids. So, like, I wouldn't kill a kid just to feed Garbash. No offense, Garbash. But, if all this goes south and Gentleman Leo found out that we killed his man and that we were siding with the goblins and he said, hey, the only way I'm not going to murder you all is if you go kill this kid, I'll be like, dead kid.
Oh, yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. I would too. So I think we're on the same page, but what's kind of important is just that Peridot feels like she's on the same page with you.
Well, I mean, I will tell her. I don't have to make an agreement to tell her that I do not plan to kill any more children unnecessarily.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great. She may not respond. That's probably good if she doesn't say anything. So, we can just roll with that.
I did tell Ramos to go back and tell her that I genuinely am sorry that I upset her. I didn't know that feeding Garbash a human would upset anybody. And I really didn't see the problem. But
I don't suppose you could. I almost hesitate to ask you to do this. I don't suppose you could lie to Peridot and say that you're sorry for killing the kid. Could you do that? It might help.
I could, but what if he what if she knows that I'm lying? That'll make things worse.
True.
I am really good at lying, but Peridot also seems to be pretty good at telling when I'm not.
It's up to you, but consider it, depending on what's going on in the situation.
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to go back and tell him I don't know exactly what the deal is, but that you've an apology to make to Peridot.
Yeah, you can
I'll
spin
just leave
it.
it at that.
You can spin it any way that you want to her that makes you feel comfortable. But just as long as you and I are clear that I don't really have any remorse other than that I upset her because, like, I kind of like her. I don't want to see her dead, and I don't like her not being happy with us. But other than that, that's about the extent of my remorse.
Okay, yeah, and I understand. So, are you gonna? Do you want me to stay? Do you want me to guard the body so you can go do this now, or you want to do it later, like in the morning?
Man, I kind of want to be somewhere where someone will have my back in case she acts irrationally.
Sure, but we kind of need somebody to guard the, Holmes's body here too.
Garbash, you'll guard the body, won't you?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
He says, Garbesh make no promises.
At least he's honest. Okay, well, yeah, I'll go. You can chill here. I'll send a message to Tiny when I get close and let him know.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll go back to the house, and message can go through walls as long as I know what's on the other side. So I'm gonna point I'll look through a window and point at Ramus and say, "Hey, it's Lorcan. I'm coming inside to apologize."
What's the range on that?
It's 100 feet,
Okay.
but I mean, I'm just looking through the window.
Yep,
So-
that's not there. Okay. Can everyone do me a favor, honor system? Do that so that you don't receive sound, because I want to talk to Billy for a second.
Where we
how-
don't hear sound.
Yeah.
So
you can click.
post in the chat when it's okay for us to turn it back on.
Okay, yeah, you can click up there on
So
the
we're-
gear.
So basically, we just have to mute you and Billy.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Just honor system mute me. and
Cool.
Billy.
And you guys can mute the rest of us, and we can all talk amongst ourselves.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, mute
Nice.
So I have
AJ
Billy and JJ muted.
and mute.
All right. Looks like I have everyone muted. Okay, Billy, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
Never-
So yeah, so the wizard, asks you, he's like, how can I help you? What can I do for you?
There's-
Say that again. You got real quiet. You still there, Billy? Can't hear you, Billy. Hello? 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 Can you hear me, Billy? Do you have me muted? Did you mute me, Billy? Okay, so so you want to try to get you tell him that you have a geas on you, and you would like to get that removed. No worries. No worries. Dude. I do not have you muted. Alright, do you have a cell phone? You can call me. you don't have my number. Hey, Billy, can you hear me? Oh, yeah. Okay. What he can tell you that he can get it removed. What he asks of you is he gives you this like little doll, and it looks like a root, and he wants you to somehow like put it in a possession of the one who from your all's party who stole the ring from him, which is Lorcan. So he tells you that. He said if you can do that for him, he will remove the curse. Because he tells you that no one steals from him and pawns off the consequences to one of their friends. Okay, so he gives that to you, and he goes into 30 minutes of like ritual and gets a whole bunch of stuff and draws circles on the floor and eventually it goes into a bunch of chanting and it breaks the curse. Relifts the instructor. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's see if we can get this fixed for you, the sound.
Alright.
Alright. There, so I can hear you now, Billy. I don't know what that was about.
Oh, I can hear you now, Billy.
I can hear you.
Okay. Cool.
Did you guys get to talk, or was there no like?
We had to talk on the phone because we couldn't hear each other.
Huh.
On the whatever this is, roll 20 for a little bit.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a weird voting thing. If like more than half the people in the room mute you, then you're actually muted for everybody.
That might be.
Yeah, it was weird. Also, like Billy became unmuted for me without me unmuting him.
Yeah, same here.
Did he refresh himself, maybe?
I did, yes. I did refresh myself.
Okay.
That might have been it then.
Yeah, that's more likely.
So our conversation was pretty simple, and just I explained that Lorcan legitimately, like, it's kind of weird for me because Lorcan's backstory is that she doesn't like people abusing children, and so like making the decision to kill a child at the time, it didn't even phase Lorcan because she didn't understand what was going on. Like, she literally was like, Garbash is hungry. I told him I'd feed him. First human comes along as I'm in a hurry. There it is. Bam. There's food. And it wasn't until Peridot freaked out, she was like, oh, I did kill a kid. Like, she didn't even realize that she had killed a kid at that time. All she had realized was that she had accomplished what she was after.
Okay.
And so, like, now she's kind of like, man, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I know I should feel bad, and I don't. And why don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
And it's kind of and what I was saying was that it's kind of telling of just how evil she's become without, she doesn't think of herself as evil. And it's kind of telling of how evil she's become without her realizing that she's become this bad.
Okay, so probably after about a total of an hour and a half, I would say. Well, probably not an hour and a half, about 45 minutes. No, about an hour. We'll say an hour. Peridot, comes back.
Okay, well, I went to the house and I left because I tried to message Ramus and he didn't respond. So I was like, well, he's not in the house, so I'm not going in there unprotected in case Peridot lashes out. So I'm going to go back to the granary and I'll tell Eula when I get there that Ramus wasn't at the house and I didn't feel safe, so I will do this later.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some rest then.
Okay.
So yeah, so I guess Peridot, when you come back,
Yep.
there's no Lorcan's not in the house, Ramus is not in the house, but everybody else is asleep in the
Okay.
house.
I'm not gonna like wake everybody up. I'm just gonna go sleep as well.
Okay. So Ramus, are you gonna like venture? Are you gonna venture into the
No.
house, or are you gonna stay in the?
I'm done doing what so I'll go in the house.
Okay, so after 10-15 minutes passes, Ramus comes back into the house, and I guess everybody goes to sleep for the night.
Everybody
Okay.
wakes up except for technically only Lorcan wakes up. She murdered you all in her sleep.
We trusted her. No, yeah. Everybody wakes up except for the detective.
Until then.
Nice work.
All right. So yeah. All right. It's the 8 hours later. Long rest. Everything's refreshed.
Long rest gives you full HP? How much HP back does it give
No,
you?
a full rest gives you.
I think it does give you full HP, but only half of the hit die that you spent or something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
It
right.
always gives
Yeah.
you full HP.
Yeah, I was trying to remember how much what was the hit die thing. Yep. Okay, so it's like day 5 now, or day 4. Day 4 of 7, and there's a dead body locked away in the basement or in the caves, and normal day in Redwall. Pretty shitty, rainy, cold.
I will
I'm gonna-
literally spend the whole evening just like hanging out with Garbash and talking to him. So I feel like that. I don't want to role play it out, but if there was like reputation points,
Okay.
I have more reputation points at Garbash now.
Yeah, Garbash understands you. You understand Garbash.
Hey, Peridot.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for her, but Lorcan wants to apologize to you. But I'll let her handle it herself. But I just wanted to let you know that's coming.
I guess I kind of have to do the same. I've been on board with everything up till now. I've said my piece. I'll go talk to her.
Okay.
So I'll head over and find Lorcan because she's probably
Hanging out with Garbash, yeah.
yeah.
Should we all go with you?
I mean, if you want to.
Okay.
I'm gonna seem pretty resigned.
Let's all head over there.
Unless
Say-
you're going to leave immediately after you wake. Well, no, because I'll probably wake up before you wake up anyway. Never mind.
Say it's very important to know whether or not anybody comes in with Billy.
I assume we're all going because I'm assuming that Durka is personally assuming that you all are going to be just fine because this is a stupid argument, and we're going to.
Man, you're the only person I shouldn't have had try to kill. You understand?
I mean, I don't know why you killed a child, but it doesn't particularly matter to me. Clearly, there must have been a reason. Whatever.
There was a reason. Nobody
Right.
liked it.
So that's
There was a reason.
whatever. No skin off my back.
Okay. Well, I wasn't going to try to kill you, Peridot, if you came by yourself. I was just going to put myself in a 20-foot magical darkness and be like, all right, you can't find me. Let's talk.
Okay. So I guess I'm with people. We get there okay?
So yeah, and instead when you
Yeah.
guys come in, I'll be like, oh, hey, guys. Me and Garbash, we've been having a...
Garbash waves.
I think we said that-
Garbash, what did we learn from our talk? Eating kids, not cool. Eating kids are not cool.
Yeah.
That's what I did with some of my time. I trained him to say eating kids are not cool, even if he doesn't believe it.
Got it, Lurka.
Wow.
So yeah, so I'll be like, so in summation, I have learned that killing things is okay as long as they're not little things, and they have to be child little things, because little things like me and Petals is okay to kill, I guess.
maybe not specifically those things, but sure. Yeah, that works. Look, I've been
So,
down for the plan up to this
I'll be
point.
like, I'll be like, Peridot, I am actually sorry that I hurt your feelings, and I hope you believe me when I say that I really didn't know that I was killing a kid at the time. I just wanted to feed Garbash.
That's fine. Explanations really aren't going to help me. I feel like I've been with the plan up until this point, and I don't want to jump off the rails or get you guys in trouble. So,
I think it's okay to jump off the rails if it suits you.
yeah.
If you remember, I did try to talk to you guys before you killed the investigator and say, hey, before we do this, are we jumping on the goblin train? Because if we do this, we're kind of committing to the goblin plan. And so, I did try to be like, hey, we don't have to kill somebody. And I even remember pointing out that was very uncharacteristic of me to do that.
Yeah. Well, and it was uncharacteristic of me, and I helped to kill the guy. So, I'm complicit in this stuff. But if we can avoid killing children, through the end of it.
I will tell you that I will do everything in my power to not kill kids unless kids try to kill me or you or somebody else in this group first.
And if we get to a point where I can't keep going, I will not endanger everyone.
I like this plan. But I also want to stress that you should do what you think will be the best for you. So if you don't think we should go through the goblin plan, we haven't delivered the body yet. So we are I'll say we are. Well, you are guilty of killing this guy.
Yeah.
And but other than that, you're not guilty of anything yet. So if we just feed the body to Garbash, nobody knows, and we don't have to keep on the goblin plan. We just have to figure out how to remove this magic death if we talk about it to people.
I say we stick with the goblin plan for now. We're on the road. We might as well find out what else we can about it.
I'm okay with this too. They've been the most friendly with us in this town so far.
I want to evaluate, whether I think Peridot's being completely honest here.
I always believe Peridot is very, very honest.
So Peridot, I don't think Peridot's lied. You can roll, I guess, a Perception check to see if you could maybe discern
I
something
think it's
more.
insight.
Insight. Yeah, insight.
Be right back. I gotta grab a drink.
Inside. There it is.
Let's see.
And obviously, you feel free to chat it just to me if you prefer.
Also, if my choice as a player to kill a child has bothered anybody, I genuinely am sorry.
Nah, man. Nah.
I thought you were trying to be funny last week, and then now it turned out.
I honestly didn't think anybody was going to find out that I fed a child to Garbash.
That's hilarious because I had a lot of stuff planned for this, and it's like totally involved into this. I think it's pretty cool though.
I guess another probably retroactive conversation I would have had with Garbash was that he needs to eat his bodies faster.
Okay. All right.
So we're gonna go to the goblins now.
Yep. All right. So yeah, the next, what is it that evening? You guys take the body.
Wait. Are we not going right now?
Well, it's kind of I guess some people woke up at different times. There was a discussion, so it's probably midday. That you all got 8 hours of sleep. So we'll say midday. Midday, you guys go. Pick up the body. The body's there. It's not eaten by Garbash or anything.
Before we open the door, that's why I was casting Detect Magic. Like, I want to detect magic as we open the door. I want to say the word and see the magic happen as I detect it. Or as I say it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So, as you say the word, there's you see a magic aura that is illusion, come and go real quickly.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
So, yeah, you take the body. You're able to take the body to the goblins, and the couple of goblins you see. The first ones they see, they're like, "Yay!" They're cheering.
Hold 1 second on that, because while we
Okay.
were walking there, I would kind of drop back and be walking next to Peridot, and I'll be I'll look over at her and I'll look back face forward and I'll look back at her again and be like, "So are we cool or what?"
I think we're cool.
Just let me give you a piece of advice. If you're gonna kill me, just do it when I'm not looking, because that's gonna be the best way to do it. I won't feel. You don't have to feel bad about stabbing me in the back, because that's what I would do to me.
I wouldn't stab you in the back. We will need to have a conversation at some point, but that's okay. We can wait for that, I think.
Okay, just want you to know though, there's no hard feelings if you feel like you have to kill me.
Okay.
But if you don't stab me in the back, I will probably kill you.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I don't want to though, because I like you, and you're talking to animals. Thing.
All right, Durka, it's dead.
All right, so that's all I really.
Yep. So Durka kicks the burlap sack. Nothing moves.
Oh, Joe, that was an ultimate opportunity for you to make it move. You missed it.
Dang it.
Yep. So yeah, the burlap sack. So you guys pick up the burlap sack. You're carrying it through the caves. You run into several goblins, and the goblins are like, you can tell that they're like kind of excited. They're excited to see because a lot of them do know about the extra mission. That is going to be your final quest. To join the goblin clan. So they're excited to see if that's if you all have accomplished it, and they feel like feel like you have because they see the burlap sack but they can't see him, so they're kind of like, oh, is that him? Did they get it? Oh, this is gonna be cool. Blah, 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 blah. And so you guys are, eventually you see kind of like a more important goblin who's wearing some stuff, and they're like, oh, I see. This group of ragtag people, come back with the prize. Let's, take you to the Goblin King. So you guys, end up take you back into the big hall. The Goblin King is up there, like, eating and stuff. And he sees you come in, and he's like, stands up, and he's like, "Oh, my friends, let us see what you have brought us." Cue you guys.
I don't know if Zach.
I point at the sack.
Who's carrying it?
Probably Ramus.
I say something like, "This is really dramatic. I'm pretty sure you know it's in the sack. Can we move on?"
He's like, but the goblin masses love a little bit of excitement and drama.
I asked for you guys to put the sack down for a second. You guys put it on the ground or something?
Yes.
I ride it like a bronco. I'm like, woo!
The goblins are
Yeah,
around.
exciting.
They cheer.
I'll go over to Pedals and tap her and be like, go, go, go.
Go what?
Make it move, make it move.
Oh, I'll make an arm kind of come out of the sack and kind of flail up there at her.
And the Goblin King looks confused. He's like, I wanted him dead. Kill him.
He's dead. It's just a parlor trick. Don't worry about
Jump over there and stab it.
The goblins.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'll cut the sacks open now.
Okay.
Oh man, you just ruined a perfectly good burlap sack.
Oh, you're right.
I cast mending.
You have your burlap sacks back. All right. So when the Goblin King sees the investigator, he's like, starts clapping, and then all the goblins, cheer. And he goes into a speech about how these people have protected, the goblin plan, and they should be, welcomed into the crew, and they are worthy of, the goblin horde status, goblin warrior status, and everybody's like cheering and stuff, and so the Goblin King's like, so now that you are part of the buckler, I'm sure that you will actually finally be interested in knowing what the goblin plan is.
Yeah.
More than knowing, I want to know how I can get my piece of it.
Okay, very well. Your piece of it will be when the goblin hordes gain power, that you will have a place amongst its champions.
Does that mean? I think what my friend here is trying to say is, does that mean that he can get, or that she can get like money or spells or stuff that would make her better?
When we are in charge and you are a champion, we will. What you seek is what we will give you.
Sweet. I want to walk darkness.
Okay, so he invites you. He invites you all back to like an office, kind of little area, and he's telling you about the goblin plan. So, as you all have seen, I'm sure you've seen many creatures here in the goblin dungeons that have certain qualities that put one to sleep, paralyze them, turn them to stone. Different effects of such. My goblin engineer scientists have been concocting a airborne brew that will sleep and paralyze anyone who inhales it for a quite a long time, longer than the normal if someone were to be actually ingest this one of these individual poisons. What we are trying to steal is at a week from now there is the festival of what's it called? It's like the festival of kingship, and it is coming to District 9. And what it is we want to steal this artifact. So he shows you a picture.
Aw.
The Infinity Gems. All right, nice. The Infinity Gauntlet.
I like it.
He says that
That is mighty pretty for something metal.
he says it is something new that you may not have known about. Several generations prior, the kings used to be able to wear this gauntlet to control the stones that were in this. Normally in this world, some of you might have heard of an ion stone. So anyone who,
I know what they are.
so anyone who has an intelligence. So Durka and Peridot and Eula would know what an ion stone is. Normally in this world you can only have one, but with the gauntlet you can control several different infinities, or not infinity stones, shit.
You're gonna have a hard time not doing that.
Ion stones, and when ion stones are used in combination with the gauntlet, they actually enhance each other's powers. But several generations ago, well, actually, he goes back and says that it takes someone of a special blood to be actually able to wield the gauntlet. The kings of this line used to wield it several generations ago, but about 5 generations ago, the gauntlet, the king actually was unable to wield the gauntlet, and they are giving a sword in the stone trial that anyone who can wield the gauntlet, will actually be giving power, and their bloodline will be like reintegrated into the royals.
Fancy.
What use is this glove to you if only few can use it?
We believe that with my goblin scientists that we can steal it, study it, and harness its power. I'm not stupid enough to attempt to try and wear it myself, but if you want to attempt to wear it, you can try.
Dibs.
What happens if someone tries and fails?
They usually seem, have this great agony, and they're yelling and screaming, and they explode.
Oh,
That's fun.
retract my dibs. Up until the explode, I don't want to explode. But up until the agony and stuff, I was just like, oh, you're teasing me. But I don't want to explode.
Okay, let's see. Durka, roll a just flat intelligence check.
Oh.
Okay, 20 is pretty good. You are wondering, like, how he has this information. If it was like, last figured out like 20 years ago, like, how does he know about this? And how did kind of where did he get this information from? And it seems kind of strange that he would know about this.
But a hobgoblin would know any of this?
Yeah.
So you sound pretty smart for a stupid hobgoblin. Are you like hiding something from us? Because that's not a smart idea. Fuck you up.
Ah, my little one, you crack me up. One does not become the king of a goblin clan without having something up their sleeve.
Yeah, like you clearly can't be a hobgoblin because there's no way a hobgoblin is smart enough to know all this stuff.
I assure you that I am a hobgoblin. Do you have anything to believe that I have any reason to believe that I am not?
Yeah, I just don't think hobgoblins are smart enough to know this. I think you're hiding something. You should tell us.
I'm sure that you are hiding something. Tell me all of your secrets.
I'm a wizard that does spells. There's no secrets. What do you got?
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I'm a hobgoblin that seeks power and leads goblins.
Yeah, but how'd you know about the Kingmaker?
Yeah, so he wouldn't have paused. He's way more charismatic than I am.
That's the nice thing about playing a charisma 8. I just be a dick, and it's all good.
So he tells you a story about how he came across some like ancient scrolls, and this plan has been in the works for years because he knew of the royals' plan to try to reintegrate someone who could wield the Ion Gauntlet back into the royalty, so that the royal bloodline could use the Ion Gauntlet once again.
So, like, if your scientists figure it out and you're able to wear it, would you, like, become the new king?
That would be my ultimate plan, yes. He says, I do not believe that would be the immediate results. I believe that there would be much studying and incremental, powers that could be gained for the Goblin Horde as we make discoveries from it.
I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything, but our goal with signing up with the goblins was pretty much the opposite of what you just said. We wanted immediate power. So, how are, we've gone through a lot of trials and a lot of effort and even have killed people above to make this happen. What is our reward in any of this?
He says, if you aid me in getting this Ion Gauntlet, I will make 2 of you my lieutenants. You all must decide amongst yourselves.
Do you want trustworthy
Why would I
people?
want to serve you? That sounds like a bitch job.
Because eventually I can give you power, and with that power, I might be able to fix your once pretty face.
I'll look at you guys and be like, if you guys want to suck his dick, I'm not going to step first in line.
I'm not above sucking dick if it gets me what I want.
He says, I'm not asking for your servitude. I am only giving you the opportunity to ride on his coattails.
I'd be much more interested in the spoils of war from your initial attack.
Yeah, I think
says-
I'll point at Dirk when she says that. I think that's more of our avenue. Like, we don't necessarily want a position of power. We just want power. So being
He
able to like
says-
loot the trivial stuff. What do you guys call it? Money. If we could get some of that, or like scroll spells, or
All right, so he tells you that once the bomb has gone off, and once you have aided him in getting the gauntlet, that you would be able to loot anything you wanted, anything you see, take whatever you want, burn down whatever you want, kill whoever
But
you
you're
want.
doing this in District 9, right?
Yes.
Could you do it like in District 1?
He says that the cycle for them to do this in the different districts, for it to be in a rich district, would be like 6 months from now.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff to loot in District 9, but I guess
yeah,
whatever.
but I mean, if the gauntlet's going to be here, there's potential for other cool things to be here, right?
Yeah, presumably there'll be some rich people here. I don't know why they would deign to come down to District 9 to do this celebration, but whatever.
Can your when we go to help, can your shaman or whatever make us look like actual goblins so we don't stand out?
We could probably make that happen. Yes.
That'd probably be the best, because if we stand out, we're probably going to be primary targets. And I don't like being the target ever.
Yes.
I look at
Sure,
Peridot.
we can do that.
All right, so you set off the dirty bomb. We get to loot and kill whoever we want.
I like that. Nobody put it that way.
Yeah.
And potentially,
Except
rearrange the hierarchy of government officials that are there, and take things like money and items, and you play the long game where you eventually become king.
And if you aid me in my quest, and you serve Wyatt, and you serve strappingly, then you will be rewarded thus.
I mean, I'm not all about serving, but I'm cool to help out if there's rewards in it.
I'm not asking for your servitude. I'm only
We're contract.
rewarding you for your efforts. The greater the effort, the greater the reward.
True. All right, fair enough. Sounds good to me.
Very well. Okay.
And if you don't become, and if your long game fails and you don't become king, don't come crawling to me because I'm gonna laugh.
All right. Actually, I have to piss. Give me that.
So I'm imagining we can have this conversation after we're not in his presence.
Sure.
But I'm totally imagining that this thing goes off and we basically just like loot the town.
Yes.
Like we take all the things from all the people and potentially like kill a few D-bags along the way.
That would be awesome if it went off near where that wizard shop is.
That would be, but I don't think, is that actually in District 9? I thought that was in the next district over.
District 8.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's some
We had to cross over to District 8 to get to that place.
That's bullshit.
Because District 9 is just like residential for the most part. There's like residential industrial.
Yeah, let's say it's industrial. 'Cause this is where the mine used to be.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's like poor residential next to old school industrial, basically. So, yeah, all the markets and shops and stuff are in 8. Well, all the markets that are accessible to us and shops that are accessible to us are in 8.
Shit, that's where they should have let the bomb off. Good lord.
I know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Well, if it's 6 months before it gets to 1, how long before it gets to 8? It's like if he's like, "Oh, the festival will be in 8 in 2 weeks," I'd be like, "Come on, man, exercise a little patience," and that's big coming from me.
It's true. If it's gonna be an 8 in 2 weeks. Yeah. Hey JJ, when
Eight
we're
would
gonna
be
ask you,
much
when is it
bigger
gonna be an
spoils.
8?
Sorry, go ahead.
When is this festival gonna be in District 8?
District 8?
9.
Well,
too early.
so
Because you said it was going to be in District 1 in like 6 months, and he doesn't want to wait that long.
yeah, so
So-
it'll be
District
probably
8 is
like
like a week from now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we
probably
realized
like-
that all the shops are in 8. So if he could set it off in 8, there'd be a lot more spoils.
so he says probably like 3 weeks.
Well, you can wait 3 weeks.
He says if you all will promise to first give him your full attention in getting the gauntlet, then he will wait 3 weeks and set it off in District 8.
You mean like instead of just like they set it off and they get the gauntlet and we get the spoils, instead like we become an intricate part?
He says he says that he does not expect it to just go off, flawlessly without a hitch and everything to be hunky dory, and that he will probably need some muscle at some point. And if you all are help provide that muscle, that he will do it in District 8, so that you can gain as much spoils after the mission is accomplished.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, you basically just spoke my language. Kill some people for me, and then I'll let you steal stuff.
Really more like kill a few people and I will help you stop / immobilize / eradicate a bunch of other ones, and thus all the stealing for all of us will be happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to look like goblins, so we can still go topside and not get busted.
Right.
So, out of curiosity, when your scientist's bomb goes off, are the people that are going to be affected going to be conscious in any way? Like,
No, they will be asleep and paralyzed, thus not being able to feel anything, so thus not being able to be woken from the sleep by the sense of touch and stuff.
Oh,
right. And
Let's
how
finally
long
kill
is
this
this
thing.
effect going to last? Minutes? Hours?
I am hoping that it will last tens of minutes.
Uh-huh.
So
So-
20 or 30 minutes.
I don't want to sound like I'm just doubting your word, but what are the biggest
But you
risks
are.
here? What could go wrong?
He says it is there are some who are of hardy constitution. There are some who are immune to sleep. There are some immune to paralysis. If there is a combination of these, they may not be affected. That's why we have gotten quite the spread. There is sleep paralysis, even a slight mix of petrification. So, we're trying to go the broad spectrum. But in all cases, whenever you're trying to pull something off like this, there's always the contingency that needs to be planned for.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. District 8, we be muscle for those contingencies. We steal all the things, take all the power, kill all the people.
We should also case District 8 so we know exactly, because if we're only going to have tens of minutes,
Shit, yeah, we should spend the next 3 weeks casing District 8.
yeah, we should know exactly where we want to like go and grab.
Yeah.
So we're not like, because I mean, it could take us like tens of minutes to search a single building.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we should just know, like, when this thing goes off, after we get the gauntlet, like, I'm going here, you're going there, you're going there, you're going there.
Yeah,
Go
let's
grab
find
this,
the
this,
place
this, this,
that
and
has
this.
Yeah, let's find the place that has the wand of darkness and let's go there.
You go there. I'm going to go to the place that has all the scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question. After we cause all this mayhem and loot, then what? Do you go back down to the Goblin Caves to research the Gauntlet? I mean, what
He
would there be a
says
response?
after the operation, it would be we'd like everyone to meet in the Goblin Caves so we can rally and throw a party in celebration of our success. You all are most invited, and you will be given your status, of goblin, goblin heroes there, aiding in the goblin horde success. We would. This is where I would name 2 of you my lieutenants if you wanted. To gain much power over goblin subordinates. So after the raid, if we meet here for the after party, I guess.
You do realize that after this goes down, there's going to be a massive goblin hunt, right? Like they're not going to just let this stand.
I know, and that is why, if you would notice, the goblin entrances are only accessible by the goblin password. And so there are no other means for which one can enter. So you would be definitely safe here.
You're telling me that you don't think that there is a mage stronger than yours that could potentially break down those wards?
Well, first they must be found, and then they must be broken down. And if that has happened, we can close off that area with each one of those areas is set to be sabotaged. That if we need to indefinitely close it off at a lighting of a fuse, we can close that.
It'll also make it. I mean, not that goblins are a very welcome sight as it is topside, but they're not necessarily killed on sight always. I think this might make you guys never be allowed to go to the surface until you have. I mean, if your plan works, of course.
Only if they know it's goblins. If everybody is asleep and petrified, very few people will be around.
Well, not everybody's going to be, though. Like you said, some people are going to be immune to it. They might be immune to sleep but not petrification, so they might be petrified, but still.
That is why I'm hiring the extra contingency muscle.
Well, no, what I'm saying is if you have somebody who's immune to sleep but not petrification, they get petrified, they can still see what's going on.
Then you kill that person.
We're not going to know it.
I am planning on them knowing that the goblins have stolen it. I am planning on holding up in our goblin lair until our scientists can. We have provisions.
You are expecting them to know that it's like you want them to know the goblins are the ones that
I don't particularly want them to know, but I just assume that they are going to know, and that is why we have added extra protections onto our entrances and exits.
It's actually kind of scarier if they do know. Maybe that'll give some respect for the goblins.
And then And then once we can wield the power of the Ion Gauntlets, we believe that we would have the power to instill the Goblin Horde as the ruling party in Redwall.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Or good enough for you, at least.
It sounds like exactly what Eula would want.
I don't think Eula wants a new power.
Eula doesn't really respond, just kind of like glances around and looking so bad.
Eula, don't worry, I'll talk to you afterward. I'm with you.
I know Derek is all about this because it's putting rich and powerful people in their place.
I mean, out of character, Durkin has said out loud that she fully believes this guy's an idiot and his long-term plan could succeed or not, and she doesn't care. She's only interested in the immediate effect.
Right, but you would be excited if, like, rich people got booted out of Redwall.
I mean, if we could, let's pretend we're having this conversation in character later. Dirk will say, I would be totally excited for people to figure out that goblins are actually, worthwhile and should have been respected the whole time. And then I would also be terrified that this new Hobgoblin King was going to institute the exact opposite against other people, and so I'd probably just want to kill him too.
Yeah. Kind of like what she said. I'm all about tearing down the power that exists. I'm not necessarily all about setting up the goblins as a new power.
I'm okay with
Unless you're going to tear them down too.
Well, yeah. I mean, if they get into power, that's what I'm probably going to have to do.
That's what I was thinking, was that, we put the power in place that we're buddies with, and then they won't realize it when we kill them when they're least expected.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think that this guy's going to become king. Like, assume all this afterward, and we are out of the goblin area at some point, right? Well, let's wait. We can have that conversation later.
Make a note that you want to have that conversation.
So I'm done. If this guy doesn't have anything more to say, I'm bored. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
ask when and how we could be made look like goblins.
He says the mage will, cast an altar on you before the raid happens. He also tells you that now that you're part of the Goblin Warrior Society, you are entitled to having access to rooms here. So you all would have a room that's your all's. So the five of you would have one room that has beds in it and stuff. So you can sleep here if you wanted to.
I'm gonna tell him I have a very specific request.
Okay.
When we were first brought on, one of our first tasks was to find a new ghoul. We found a new ghoul. I was told he was going to be fed. We came back from our trials to find out that he hadn't been fed the whole time we were gone. So you're getting the poison from the ghoul isn't going to work for very long if you let him starve.
He says the ghouls, most of the creatures have already fulfilled their task, and the ghouls are one of them.
Then why did we have to get you a new one?
He says that was not one of my requests, and the goblin bosses at the time, I'm sure, did not know the extent of the extent of where we were at with our preparations.
So can I keep Garbash then?
He is all yours.
Excellent. Make sure you tell the other people that too.
Okay.
But if you could still feed him, that would be really cool.
He says he is yours now. He is your responsibility.
Oh, thought it might be a perk of being a goblin warrior. They might be like, we'll slip him some food.
Says when you're a lieutenant, you can command the goblin horde to do your bidding.
Yes, when.
All right. So.